Hello, this is my final reflection video for APPH 1040 here at Georgia Tech. And first and foremost, I'd like to talk about my two lowest dimensions of wellness, which were spiritual and emotional, and my SMART goals I developed through um, this course to improve upon them. For spiritual, I, as a quick SMART goal for the latter half of the semester, I started journaling dinners during my dinners, and this was pretty intelligent for me because I always have to eat. So that was my way of attaching this task to a everyday thing. And for emotional, I'm someone that likes to see people close to me a lot. So I told myself that, okay, when I see my friends, let's let's try to have like deeper conversations, especially if it's one of my more intimate friends, or just my mother, for example. Um, and so these are like ways I was able to tie these together with my day-to-day tasks, and they're very quantifiable because I can just because writing, I have the list of things I've wrote, and then for these conversations I can just just take mental notes and during the conversation, and then goes home and like jot notes about what I talked about important during this hangout with my friends and family. And these were very successful because even though I only went up from a 1 to 2, which is still pretty bad, um, it's good to see like improvement like in my lowest area, because you know not to get too vulnerable in just a college course, it was legitimately a problem for me. So it was just really inspiring to see those dimensions go up. And segueing into my vision board, since these were some of my most important dimensions, I end up putting the most care into picking the pictures that I wanted to represent them. Like for emotional wellness, I chose Miss Morale and the Big Steppers because it's a very personal album from Kendrick Lamar, and it honestly helped me get through a lot of these situations emotionally because I was able to emphasize with someone going through the same situation as me, and it just made me feel less alone. Um, for spiritual, I chose my Yosemite hike during my Tesla internship because even though it wasn't a solo hike, I still had that sense of tranquility because I was just separated from the world because there was no cell phone service. And so I was able to just sit with my thoughts, and it was very peaceful. And yeah, like I'm really proud of myself for those dimensions of wellness, and I'm excited to like to keep working at it and looking for more robust forms of improvement. Maybe like seeing a counselor again soon, if I can afford that financially. Um, to get to the rest of my vision board, social is all the people that I consider important through my time at Georgia Tech. Those I honestly couldn't have lived without those guys. For occupational, I chose a picture from my internship at Tesla in California. Red Bull came and visited with their race car, and that was a very nice picture. For physical, I chose another hike. This hike wasn't really remote, like it was nearby, like my place of living in California, but um, it was a very strenuous hike because it wasn't very long or remote, as I just said, but it was very steep. So it was definitely a exercise. For environmental, I chose a picture of my backyard while I was in California, and that's a segue from physical because that's a real blessing to live somewhere like that and having this wildlife and this clean air and this quietness. Um, for financial, I chose another picture of my place of living in California because that was just the whole experience was a blessing. And also, I chose my vehicle because a lot of people my age can't afford cars. And for my last dimension of wellness, I chose the SpongeBob picture from um, that one episode where Gary was a librarian because it always showcased intelligence to me. And since that's a higher dimension of wellness for me, I thought it would have been good to take that one a little bit less serious and more lighthearted. Thank you.